All right, what's up, guys? All right, we're back. So I got both of the doors done. It's kind of funny, you know, obviously you guys seen how I had to remove some material on this side. On the other side, I didn't have that problem. So it probably actually wasn't the product. Maybe, I mean, this truck's been modified so much. Maybe something's tweaked in there a little bit, causing it to kick back, but whatever, it's done now. So as you can see on the inside, I didn't have nobody do the camera, but I kind of nutted up and I got everything taken out. Let me see, I'll show them. So as you can see, I have everything removed. So all the painted stuff is been taken out. And so last thing we got though is this red piece right here. So I wish I should have showed you guys how to do it, but like I said, I didn't have anybody do a camera, but so I'm going to show you right now how to get this back piece off. And obviously the airbag and the horn was right here, so it's actually pretty simple. This piece right here, it's held on by 2 screws in the back. You can see this bottom hole where my finger is right here. That's where the screw is. So you're going to pop both those screws off, and then right above it you see this other hole right here, that hole right there. So that hole right there is so you can stick a screwdriver through there. And then right here, do you have anything on? Let me see if I got something to show you. It's kind of hard to see, but you see this that wire right there? That wire is what holds the airbag in. So the rod goes through there, and when it goes through the rod, that rod has a little like a little cutout in it, and that right there slides right into it. So I can't really do it with my finger. Hey buddy, grab me a screwdriver so I can show them. But also, I started to look at all the alarm stuff. I mean, this is it. I mean, this is just, I don't know. This is just, I don't even know what to say. It's a mess. I mean, look at this connection right here. Look at all that solder on that joint. Got like 4 wires connecting into that thing. It's a mess right there. All right, so it's too big of a screwdriver to go from the back. So this right here, as you can see, it just slides to the side. So it's actually real simple to get from the back, and you can kind of MacGyver this back a little bit to see what you got going right there. Also, I just noticed when we did this, pretty sure I'm missing some pieces that for this to work and all that good stuff. But so what we're doing now is we got the all this stuff is going to go to paint, and it's all going to get all fresh coat. And hopefully well, tomorrow I'm going to get some prices on that and see how that goes, and then start getting all this stuff. I'll get the seats and this all taken out next, and then we will get all the interior done, get the heat stuff and the sound deadening all done. But right now what I'm going to show you is how to get this steering wheel off. Here. So what I did is I went to O'Reilly's, and you can rent these steering wheel and lock plate remover kit. So that's what we got. So this right here, I already busted the nut on here, and I'll show you. I haven't even looked at this thing to kind of figure out how it works. Usually this stuff is pretty simple, so I think what we're going to want to do is find the correct size that fits here, and it looks like it's going to be one of these. Might be this one. Oh, there we go, right there. Here, take this and go get a socket that fits it. Actually, if you look, you see the arrow right here? You get the arrow, and then right on top here, you already got a niche, little mark right there. So we don't need to do that. but I do need to figure out these instructions. So it goes like this. We'll throw this side in there. Alright, so now we got them in there both pretty good. Now I'm going to take this middle one. Gosh, I don't know why it's so hard to turn. What we got is we got the pressure here, so we'll screw this in and it'll pull this off of that for us. There we go. All right, guys, so we're back at this. So what we got going on now is I took a couple days off. I was really nervous with getting into all of the alarm part of it. You know, when you start looking at the alarm, man, there's probably 40, 50 wires. So it can get really, I don't know, it's kind of sketchy, I guess. It's a big task to take on, not knowing anything about them. So I did a lot of reading up on them. And I think for what we're doing here, I don't think it's going to be too bad. I think I got a pretty good grasp on it. So we're going to go ahead and go for it. But right now, what we're going to do first is we're going to cut away all of this junk and see exactly what's going on in here, because there's some stuff that I don't like in here. Let me show them. So like I showed you guys before, this was how they installed it before. And then they just wrapped some electrical tape over it, and I guess that's what they call good. But that ain't good for me. So, but also if you look right back here, you could see right there where they spliced into the wire. Well, it's just got electrical tape sitting over it. So I'm gonna take all that tape off and heat shrink it and make it look right. You know, it looks like some point they cut into these wires right here. Not really sure why, but they did. But these wires, I mean, they're good. There's no problem with that. I found this one over here. So I don't know. Looks like they just, I mean, I assume that's like a ground wire or something. But I don't know. We'll see how they got it connected under there. So that's what I'm gonna do right now. I'm gonna pull that tape off. Now we got that wire secured up, and it kind of sucks not being able to hinge strap it or anything like that. I really don't like to use electrical tape like this, but sometimes you have to. But what I'll typically do is I'll use some zip ties also, and I'll put a zip tie on each side, just like this. And the reason why I put the zip ties is just in case, you know what, with the heat and all that stuff, this sometimes this electrical tape will come apart, you know, and it starts making a mess. And you know, with it like this, you pretty much don't have to worry about it. We won't have any issues with it. And then I left some over, I left some extra. So what I'll do is I'll tape this whole thing back to the wire so it's all connected real good. There you go. Get this stuff connected. So too, like this right here, I know a lot of people use this as a ground, but this isn't your best grounding source either. I mean, it works, but there's better grounds, and usually there's a ground over here. There. Well, look at that. I wonder what all these go to. I don't even know, but we'll figure out the grounding source and all that stuff later. So we got this here. Get rid of that. Oh, you know what we didn't do? Let's unhook the battery real quick.
All right.
So on this one here, we'll leave this one. What we'll have to do is we'll get this one cleaned up, because we'll actually be using this wire, so having that one cut is fine. We'll just have to clean it up because we're gonna solder everything. So we'll leave that one there. All this stuff here, we're just gonna cut all this crap, just get it out of here. I don't even, what is it? They got like a different wire in there too. No idea. It's like I don't even know. Look at this. It's just such a mess. Not only is it a mess, but just having all this stuff like this, set up like this. I mean, look at these wires here. Think of the issues that this can cause right here, having power go through there. I mean, it's real easy to set stuff off, start little spark, little fire. You know, wrong wire could touch and just really fry a lot of the system, you know. So now we're getting rid of all of this. That's a good spot for that. So now what we're gonna have to do is try to figure out what we're gonna do here. That's horrible. Honestly, I think we're gonna have to cut this wire out. That wire is so bad. I think that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna strip that out and yeah, there we go. So looks like at some point they had it connected back here also. So I don't know what they did. I don't really like it at all. So I guess we're just gonna have to cut this wire here, and everything's just gonna have to get redone. See, I think they got this wire so hot, I can actually feel the solder is deep in here. Just from them getting that wire so hot to put all those in there. So there's like no flex in this wire. So, I mean, that's something we'll get figured out once we get into it. So, Let me get under here and see if there's any other weird stuff we find. Extra bolts. You have your phone on you?
Yeah, it's in the garage.
Go grab it real quick.
To the camera.
Let's see. So all I'm really looking for is to see what else is going on in here. So obviously you can see a lot of this stuff was moved, and I understand a lot of it has to be moved because of the body drop. But I just want to make sure nothing else is messed up or ouch. You got the light?
Oh, you need light?
Yeah. Let's see. Get this flipped over. More.
Right here.
Right here. So, just from looking at this, it looks to me like they just moved all this wiring up. So, but right here, I don't like. We're gonna have to put something under here because it's got a little corner right here. And we don't want these wires rubbing onto this here. But what we're going to be doing anyways is a lot of this stuff is all going to get some type of dyno mat on it anyways. So I think having that on there will clear up that issue. So other than that, I think we're fine to get going on this. Here, go ahead and take this. Maybe we can get a little bit up close picture of what we got going here. It's hard to tell, but I mean, this is a thick wire, but they just got so hot that the solder went all the way up in there. All right, here you go.